4. That was in his first edition. That was in all 5 of his editions, all the way through 1535. And to this very day, the King James Version of the Bible has the weird readings that Erasmus came up with from the Latin in its readings in the text of the book of Revelation to this very day. Because it was those 5 editions of Erasmus, the 1550 edition of Stephanus, and the 1598 edition of Beza. Those were the 7 printed Greek texts that the King James translators used between 1604 and 1611 to produce the New Testament of the King James Version of the Bible. Much broader textual basis, and so there are differences between that and the Textus Receptus. So if anyone has a King James, and remember, if you had a King James today, you don't have a 1611 King James. You have a 1769 Blayney revision of the King James. And even then, you've either got the Oxford or Cambridge, and they're not identical to one another. That's based on the TR. The New King James is also based on the TR. Some people think it's a translation of the majority text. It's not. It's a translation of the Textus Receptus. So they are going to have, for example, 1 John.
If you believe in the King James Bible, which one do you believe in? Do you believe in the 1611 edition or the 1620 edition or the 1729 edition? Because they are different. And I went, yeah! Yeah! That's right. He lied. I'm not sure if he lied deliberately, but he lied. So, the American Bible Society in 1851 sent out a report. They investigated because someone said the King James Bible we had, this is 1850, is different than the 1611. So they sent some guys out to look at the issue. You can find this book on, write this down. Those of you who can write it down. I'm talking to the preachers. History and Recent Collation of the English Version of the Bible. Write that down. Go to books.google.com. Type that in. Download it. It's a PDF. You can download it for free because copyright's gone on this book. So you can have this book. You read it for yourself. It's not very big. Just a pamphlet. That's all it is. But here's what they said. The English Bible, as left by the translators, has come down to us unaltered in respect to its text. Unaltered. That's a rock. Except in the changes of orthography, that's spelling for you hillbillies, which the whole English language has undergone. If you've seen a 1611 King James Bible, you know the spelling is different. But it sounds exactly the same when read. Faith cometh by not spelling. Thank you, God, because I can't spell sometimes. Which the version has naturally and properly been conformed, and accepting also the slight variations and discrepancies which in so long an interval must necessarily arise by reason of human imperfection in the preparation and printing of so many millions of copies. Guys took letters out of a box and placed them backwards on a board, on a slate, and then pressed them together so they could rub ink over them and press them on the paper. And they got some, look at some of the differences. Hoops of the pillars versus hooks of the pillars. That's the replacement. Shall burnt them, shall burn them. Somebody added a T. They took the T out. Is it the same? Yeah. They didn't take whole verses out. They didn't take 1 John 5:7 out. They didn't take this kind goeth not out but by prayer and fasting. They didn't take that out. They didn't write sons of the gods. That's the differences. Pick a real